Okay, seniors, it's time to begin our week for our work for the week of September 21st. We're going to be working on, as you can see, Beowulf this week. I'm going to show you here on my demo class what your work's going to look like. So let's go ahead and go to the classwork tab. Remember, you should be in British literature right now. And the very first thing you should see is a week of 921 Beowulf. You've already found, watch this first because you're watching this video. This week, for the first time, I put Menbein on as material. I did not put it on as an assignment. I put it on as material so that you would hopefully remember, because many of you are not remembering to do your Menbein, and it is starting to negatively impact your grade. So make sure that you actually get your 30 minutes of Menbein in with 50% accuracy plus before midnight Friday, and there is your sign in for it if you need it. Second assignment is going to be another diagnostic for no red ink. After giving you the beginning of the year diagnostic, the the skill that seemed to be needing the most work was with misplaced modifiers. So here is an assignment on no red ink for misplaced modifiers diagnostic to see exactly what you need help with on this. So the first thing you do is click on the link below to go to no red ink. When you do, log in, and then you will find an assignment entitled Misplaced Modifiers Diagnostic, and you complete the assignment in the same way that you did the first diagnostic, and you submit it. The better you do on this, the better your subsequent assignments on this will be. So try the very best that you can. And when you come back, click mark as done. Unit or number 3. Oh, I'm sorry, I went back to the wrong place. Okay, number 3 is the Beowulf Anticipation Guide. So view assignment. This assignment requires you to think about the definition of heroism and how it differs across cultures. So you need to click this form below entitled Beowulf Anticipation Guide. Read the directions on the form and complete the questions in complete sentences, and then click submit when you finish. So I'm going to open it up here so you can see what it looks like. I did get this from a website called bespokeclassroom.com. So it's got several questions here, and it gives you some specifics about what it wants you to do. So make sure that you actually do what the questions ask you to do in order to get credit for them. This should be a relatively easy 100 for a grade, but you have to complete the questions as they are written. Okay. And if you feel like you need to collaborate with someone on this, you can. You both have to do your own version of it. But if, for instance, you have trouble thinking of a film that depicts a heroic figure, I don't know why you would, but if you do, you can ask for somebody's help on it. Okay. Number 4 is a Cset. The question is, how does the soldier in this story compare to your definition of hero? The story that it is referring to is this. The link below is an audio file of an NPR story from 2011 of a winner of the Congressional Medal of Honor. First of all, click the link to listen to the story, and then review your answers to the questions in assignment number 3, the Beowulf Anticipation Guide, the one that I just showed you, and then write a Cset answering this question. And remember, if you do not remember how to do a Cset, it has to be a paragraph, and there's a refresher here underneath the topics on the British Lit classroom. It'll say Cset, so click on it and it'll take you to a refresher. And then last but not least for this week, number 5, a Nearpod. Now, if you've never used Nearpod before, it's fairly easy to use. It's like an interactive PowerPoint presentation. So when you go to it, this is to give you a little background on this oldest known work of literature in the English language, Beowulf. So you click on the link below to open the Nearpod entitled Beowulf Introduction. If and only if it asks you for a code, here is the code. It should not ask you for a code, but if it does, the code is capital JAHEM. You use the arrows in the Nearpod presentation to navigate forward and backward. Read through the different slides on the presentation. Some of the slides you just read, some of them you're going to interact with in various ways, and some you will have to answer a question before moving on. Make sure that you complete all of the interactive parts of it, because that is what your grade will be coming from. When you come to the end of the presentation, you're finished, come back to this assignment and mark it done right there. If you have any problem with this Nearpod, do not panic. Send me an email if you do have a problem. I will help you if I can, or I will tell you to move on. Now, let me warn you, when you start a Nearpod, you have to finish it. If you click out of it, it will make you start it all over again. So do not start this Nearpod until you have at least 15 or 20 minutes to work uninterrupted. Okay? If you, as usual, if you have any questions at all, make sure you let me know and email me and I'll help you with them as quick as I can. And if you like this video, be sure to mash that like button and subscribe.